Did John House know that Dr. House was not his son? Did John House know that Dr. Gregory House was not his biological son? And it's possible that he did, and it's also possible that he didn't. And so, first of all, I'm actually not sure. So my answer is that I'm not sure. But personally, I think that if John House knew that Greg wasn't his son, that might explain why he was so abusive towards Greg. However, seeing as how John House was incredibly abusive towards Greg and also very mean to Greg House's mom, Blythe, as well, that kind of would indicate that if he really did know that Greg wasn't even his biological son, that John would have been a lot meaner. Because if John realized that Blythe betrayed him and basically had an affair with someone else, and Greg was the result of that affair, then it stands to reason that John would be far more punitive and disgusting and abusive towards Blythe and Greg. And I doubt that John would have stayed married to Blythe, and I also doubt that John would have stayed with Greg. So yes, that leads me to believe that John actually did not know that Greg was not his biological son. And also, of course, Thomas Bell. We know that Thomas Bell and Blythe had an affair, but of course, at the same time, we also know that Thomas is not Greg's father either. So, and Thomas does mention that John House was very extreme and dangerous, and John would have certainly done something much more terrible to Blythe than Greg if he realized that Greg was not his actual son. So I actually just convinced myself that maybe John did not know that Greg was his son. However, I mean, yeah, who knows? It's unclear, but I'm going to lean towards no, but it might be yes.